Welcome to the Enigma Daily, everybody. Wednesday edition. And you know how we do around here on Wednesdays. If you don't, you're about to learn. What we do around here on Wednesdays is we talk a little bit about the strange, paranormal, all around kind of weird stuff that's going on in the world right now. And actually today I have a article that was sent to me a little while ago, actually in July. And I have just now getting caught up to take a look at it. And it is actually what appears to be Ring doorbell footage of what they're saying could be some type of shadow being, but to me, it looks like something completely different. So let's bring this article up right here. Over here on the side, as always, the link to this article will be in the description of the video. You can go and check it out as well. What's going on, Robert? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Now I'm going to do something different today. I think I can get around the copyright things on YouTube as long as I keep the volume turned down on this. So I'm actually going to turn this volume completely off. And what we'll do is we'll play this clip real quick. Now this is coming from Eyewitness ABC out there. This took place in Compton, California. Let's just run it real fast and we'll break it down. And the news article was alien spotted on this lady's door cam out there, right? And this was going viral for a while. And I have a video that I haven't posted on my Instagram and TikTok about it. But if you look, you can see what appears to be some type of typical elongated skull type gray. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. A gray alien. I don't know what they call it. Some people think those are demons. Probably a little bit of mixture of both. But at the end of the video here, as we get going, it's very strange. It's going to zoom back in a second. It's going to show you the whole clip from her angle. I'm going to freeze it right there. Her whole, she has motion sensors on her doorbell camera. And this creature stepped out, what appears to be, just came out from behind this tree. There's no entry of it coming in here or coming across the street or anything. It literally just pops up out of nowhere. And I'm going to run that back a few steps. It just pops out of nowhere and her motion sensor picks it up. Now I've had a Ring doorbell camera before, and I can tell you, if you live in a busy neighborhood and you have a Ring doorbell camera with motion sensor, it just goes off constantly all the time, back and forth, just picking up things, walking back and forth in front of your door, right? It can actually be kind of annoying. Now, that is very strange. It did get a lot of traction on the internet. It did get a lot of people looking into it. You had two camps. You had the UFO. Well, you had three camps, actually, and we're going to break that down real fast. First of all, the location of this is Compton, California, which is not necessarily the safest place in the United States of America. However, that's why they had Ring doorbell cameras. So the hoax community are saying that it's a hoax. However, it doesn't appear to be a hoax to me, only because if it was a hoax, then you would have seen it come into frame earlier and come out of frame later, right? Those costumes, I've been to several, prove me wrong, but I've never seen a costume like that to be bought in any type of store, right? And you could say that somebody would make that costume, but I'm just thinking that's a lot of trouble to make the costume, to make a hoax on a doorbell camera in Compton, California. So I'm going not with the hoax, but if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, I usually debunk those fairly quickly, right? Also, too, that doorbell camera was connected to a motion detector for the lights, right? And so the same time the doorbell camera kicked on, the lights kicked on. And so it just popped out and it kicked on. So if it was coming from the left or the right, the lights would have kicked on as well as something walked through it, right? Very strange. Now, the strangest thing about this hoax, or this, I won't call it a hoax, about this video, that to me, the strangest thing about it is there's no sound. There's no sound whatsoever, right? Like you can hear outside, but you can't hear any shuffling. You can't hear anything. The quality is pretty good. And you can find it on several places on the internet, actually. But there was no sound, right? And so I'm going to go with it falls into either one of two camps here, right? And I have been in several discussions with people. That's why I've coined the term "not us," right? Some people say that aliens are demons. Some people say that aliens are extra dimensional. Some people will say that they're, you know, fallen angels, disembodied Nephilim, you name it, right? But one thing I can tell you that I do not think it is some people thought this was some type of shadow being. This is definitely not a shadow creature, because the reason it's not a shadow creature is because shadow creatures normally, they're black. They're like literally shadows, right? That's clearly grayish, bluish or some sort. Shadow creatures are tall. They rumored to feast completely on human fear, but also they are never, some people report them as being completely motionless. I know that's not true in my experiences, but also they're normally connected to sleep paralysis or high stress homes. And I've never heard of one that's been seen outside of the house like this before. Second thing is so I don't think it's a shadow entity. I don't think this falls under the paranormal category. A lot of people are saying it is paranormal. I don't think that personally as myself, right? If you disagree with me or you got better knowledge, just throw it in the comments and I'll read them as we go. Also, this was not in a dream state. Most shadow people occurrences are in sleep paralysis or a dream state. And this was not it, man. This was caught on a video camera, like I said, a Ring doorbell outside. And the creature had the following, you know, I did a quick study on it, man. It had the following attributes to it. It had a very large head, thin limbs, long arms, was moving motionless, was not very tall, right? From my guesstimation on the size of the head, could not be more than 4 feet, maybe max 5 feet tall, max, from the porch. And also, this actually went unreported, but there was a mass string of what they were calling porch visitors in 2025, where a lot of people were reporting seeing these type of entities outside their homes in different locations across the United States of America, right? The term was porch visitors and porch visitor encounters, right? Normally they were just standing there silently. Some of them were motionlessly. Some of them were just walking by. But again, it's freaking pretty interesting, right? The third and final aspect of this is that it has been put through AI detection. It's not AI. It has been put through video analysis. There is no blur. There was no IR light flicker or anything like that. There was no heat signature on this creature that went by. Also, there was no CGI into it, right? And it wasn't AI generated, right? So they ruled out all of those possibilities. AI makes it incredibly difficult to, you know, look at these things and get into these things, but it makes it very, very hard, right? But there is software out there that you can run through it where it tells you the probability of it not being AI. And this was 100%, came back like 100% not AI, right? So it's pretty good stats right there. Now, if you get into what it is, this is where people differ. I actually believe I've seen videos of these same types of creatures coming out of the jungles of Brazil. I think they've been here a very, very, very long time. I do think they live inside the earth. I have done several reports and did episodes on giant catacombs that were found underneath, you know, LA. You can go back to the homepage, go to the Ancient Enigma files, and just jump into the Enigma cast episodes down there. Pull it up and take a look. But it's very interesting to me. I think it's very, very interesting what it is. The Bible talks about those who live on the earth, which is us, those who live in the earth, which are Nephilim, and those who live in the sea or in the waters. Our Congress, I've been to the UAP hearings. You guys know this. I've talked to Tim Burton. I've talked to other UAP investigators. After that, I almost completely lost interest in everything related to UFO, UAP phenomenon, because it's either us, one category, black triangles for sure, that's the United States of America, or these beings have been here a very, very, very long time. And that's what I think they are. I don't think they're demons. I don't think they are, but I'm 100% convinced they are not traveling millions and millions of light years to get here. They've been here longer than us, right? They're not supposed to be interacting with us. They're not supposed to be messing with us, but they do. And I think they'll pay a big price for it at the end, because even in the book of Revelations, it talks about ripping open mountains and pulling these creatures out of the mountains for their judgment, right? So For me, this falls into, I don't think it's paranormal, but I think that whatever it is, it's something that's been on this earth for a very long time. And it would make sense that it would just pop out of the ground over there in California. I do think that orbs have something to do with this. I do think they have technology or abilities that we don't understand. I do think they use these orbs to travel sometimes. Some of them do. I also think that some of these very strange metal objects are something they use as well. Ongoing debate. And if you watch my channel at all, you know, you hear me say this a lot. I just don't know, guys. So, but you know what I know. And the fun fact on that is that we can probably try to figure this out together. So anyways, go check out the article. Go look at it. The people that are doing it, I guess I don't know, the anchor man or woman, they're idiots. They're so dismissive. They're typical NPCs. You ever notice that everybody on the news is an NPC? I mean, everybody on major cable networks, talking heads, they're all NPCs, non-player characters, man. They are all the fakest, plastic, most uneducated people, closed-minded people I have ever watched. That's why I don't even watch the news. Another fun fact that a recent poll came out that only people in their 70s and up watch CNN and Fox News anymore, or any type of major cable outlet. The younger generation, us, we get our news here, and we make our own decisions as we go. Anyway, so if this is your first time finding us, we are the Enigma Daily. We are the sister channel of the Ancient Enigma Files. This is my morning show. I go live Monday through Friday, noon, and we talk about current events that are happening down. We deal with the paranormal, cryptids, UFOs, UAPs, biblical prophecies, lost ancient civilizations, conspiracies, you name it over here. If you're interested in my long form content, go back to the landing page, head on over to the Ancient Enigma Files, and have at it. But if you found us here, please do us a favor. We're trying to grow this channel. We are picking up subs that I'm pretty blessed with. We're almost at 50. That's pretty good right now for a brand new channel. Please give me a subscribe. It helps us out in ways you don't understand it. The YouTube puts it in front of more people. And we are getting a lot of views, and about 30% of the people on the views that watch the views, I'm sorry, but only 30% of the people that watch our content are subscribed. So like 70%, if you guys are watching this, do us a favor, man. Just give us a subscribe and leave us any comments. If you don't like the format, if you don't like what's going on, give us a thumbs down and give us a suggestion on how you would make it better, how you would improve it, and then we'll go from there. So anyways, you guys enjoy your Wednesday, and we will be back tomorrow with the same time with a whole different topic to talk about. So you guys have a good one, and we're out.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.